GM Farcaster, we are back. I know you've missed us. It's been like a whole 15 minutes. And we are here for a special segment with Toady Hawk, aka not Adrian Dottie, GM Farcaster, friend of the pod, if you would.
Super fan,
and an answer to one of the trivia questions today. Do you have any idea what the question was?
Who was Adrian's least favorite player in Cast Out?
That also been the right answer. No, it was who has guest hosted the most and been on the show the most. Yeah, so it was you.
I've got the ENS. I've got the ENS to prove it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not Adrian Dottie. There you go. By the way, we don't know why this is happening with this particular shirt, but I am disappearing into the background. It might just be a thing that's happening over time as we go through the day. That you'll just eventually see nothing.
Prop is like a ghost slowly disappearing.
I know, just a ghost of myself.
I warned you not to do a 24-hour stream.
I know, you certainly did. This is the FarCon shirt that was made by Yellow Collective that I picked up at FarCon. So
Frankie, got to give props to Frankie Colamarino, the artist, who did a great job on those.
Amazing. It's so cute. I have a couple of them. I have the Walkman also that was there. So a lot of fun.
Speaking of swag, I'm all swagged out as well. Got my GM Farcaster.
We're doing,
look at this limited edition.
The 100.
100 episodes, and now look where we are.
155. 155 today.
I haven't done any outfit changes yet today. Maybe by the next stream I'll change.
So this morning I was wearing the shirt that matches this because I figured out as I went to get ready that get everything ready that on the very first episode I was wearing that. I didn't even remember. I didn't remember until I looked at it and I went, oh, I got to wear that today. And also in the very first episode, which I totally forgot about. We talked about it on the show was Noun's channel had just popped off like a couple days before. It was the same week that Noun 40 was like, hey, we're going over there. Let's go. And then
we're going streaking.
We're going streaking in Farcaster. Let's go. Everybody just showed up. Yes, it's Toady. That would be Toady right there. Not
Sorry
Jesse.
To disappoint. This is not Jesse,
not
Adrian. Jesse will be later today. We're replaying a Jesse interview and doing a base builder hour, but
yes, that is coming up.
That's okay. I can't compete with Jesse. That's fair.
At 2:40, to be specific, the replay of episode 54 with Jesse Pollock will be happening. So this is based in yellow, but not based. So we'll be doing that later. And then following that replay, we have a group of base builders that are popping on with W Benz from base. And then we have Robin coming on from MoshiCam and the Cat Town team and Talent Protocol. So we're going to be chatting with them about what they're building on base. So that's coming up later.
Can I change my name to not Jesse instead of not Adrian? I need to get the ENS.
Not Jesse. Dottie. We'll have to get that to you. By the way, fun fact for those in the audience who may not know, not Adrian Dottie was purchased by Adrian, and then gifted to Toady for all his filling in.
Which means a lot because she doesn't even have Adrian Dottie. So
I know she doesn't even have Adrian Dottie.
We're gonna get it though.
Yes.
Someday. Just don't tell the swatter that I want it. Don't tell them I want it.
Because they're going to make her pay more. She doesn't want it.
Did you get Adrian.base.eth at least?
Yes, of course. Adrian.base.eth and soon.
Yep.
Soon Adrian.eth.
Soon.
All right. Soon.
Soon. Okay. So I get a lot of questions about nouns. Obviously, because the noggles are always on. Literally always on green. Right. Whoops, that way. There you go. And they're always on, by the way. There's never been an episode where there haven't been noggles because they've always been in my ears. So we wanted to talk about nouns in Farcaster and sort of the intersection there. Let's talk first about, for those who don't know, what is the Noun Square and what is yellow? And then I want to dive into a little bit more about rounds and sort of explaining what that is. So first off, what is the Noun Square and what is yellow collective?
Okay, well, maybe I'll take it like one even further step back. I'm Toady, because apparently some people think I'm Jesse. So not Jesse, not Adrian. I'm Toady. I've been involved in the Nouns ecosystem since late 2021, so pretty early on in that DAO's history. Kind of fell down that rabbit hole, found it a very interesting project, a very interesting experiment. In June of 2022, some friends of mine, including Prof. Werder here, and I decided to start doing daily spaces about nouns, because one of the interesting things about nouns is that instead of being like this 10K PFP project where 10,000 NFTs were just dumped on the market at once, nouns is this like very intentional organic model where only one NFT is minted every day forever. And so there's this concept within the nouns community of Noun O'Clock, which is basically the end of the daily auction. And we thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool to just do a Twitter Spaces and get together as a community every day and have this one little short celebration of the end of the previous day's auction. So we see who wins yesterday's token and we see, what the next token is going to be. So we did that sort of just on a lark for a week and people really loved it. And so we kept doing it. And today, in about 15 minutes, you guys are going to be joining us over on our stream for Noun O'Clock Live, and I think it's our 817th episode in a row. So over 2 years.
So we got nothing. We got nothing. 155. Wow. We got nothing.
Toady, how many have you been on versus how many have you missed?
That's a hard question. I would say I've been on more than half of them for sure myself personally.
Easily. Probably more. I'd say Robot Fish
Girl has been holding it down a lot, especially over the past year as a sort of media collective, the Noun Square. We've been pushing more into video. We started a podcast called Zero Rights Reserved or Zero Pod. So it's been taking up a lot more of my time. You guys know full well how much time it takes to make video content and edit it and use it properly and distribute it. So I've been focusing a lot more of my energy on that. And Robot Fish Girl's been hosting more on the Daily Show. But yeah, it's a lot of. It's been a lot, but it's something to be said for doing something every single day and the consistency it takes and the iteration that it allows, And
I do just want to share. So when we're talking about the nouns auction, this is it right here. So currently this cute little island is up for auction. Here are the bids. And then this is going to end in 18 minutes. So in about 15 minutes, the Noun Square is going to kick off the daily Noun O'Clock space in Tavern and sort of watch this auction end and then go into a game called FOMO. What is FOMO, Toady?
So FOMO is an interesting. I'm going to take these off because they're hard to see through sometimes. But FOMO is a game that was developed early on in nouns, and it's kind of like a way of the best way to describe it is it's a way to gamify the settlement of the auction. So because it's a daily auction, at the end of the auction, there's this period where whoever wins the auction or really anybody can go on and settle and basically finish off that auction. And then the new noun is like randomly generated at that moment. So nouns are generated randomly, but they're kind of like pseudo random in the sense that they take from all these different buckets of traits, like the different noggles, the different heads, the different backgrounds, the different bodies, and the different accessories. And every single block on the Ethereum blockchain has this one noun that would be born if the previous day's auction was settled. So FOMO, which is kind of what our daily show is centered around, is we go on and we try to snipe a good one by settling the auction at a specific time. And we have a little oracle where we can see what the noun will be if we snipe it at this moment. And so when you see like a really aesthetic island noun, like what Prof just showed, that's not just a product of like pure chance. It's a little bit of curation from some of us who watch every single day and try to mint cool nouns.
I really looked at my wallet and went, maybe I really shouldn't. I just bought a noun. I can't, but I really wanted to because this one got my attention. I really
by the way,
this one.
Did you see the Nomo noun that we minted for you yesterday,
did.
By the way?
Yes, I did. And I have to go pick that up actually. I don't have much time. I got to do that. And it's really fun. And then Nomo is a second game and we'll get into that more where you'll actually, if you are going to continue on and join us for that part of the shenanigans, you can just hang out and you'll hear about Nomo and get to play along, as well as FOMO and help pick.
Nomo's just like a fun POAP type game.
It's fun. It's fun though.
Special thing to mint when you're joining us. Yeah,
it's fun. So let's talk a little bit. So, like we mentioned earlier, the nouns sort of took off on Farcaster, and it happened about this time a year ago. There was a channel that came in. It was one of the first channels, one of the early channels. It wasn't in the first round, but it was pretty close. And then everyone kind of came over, and that also led to some development within the platform around nouns. And one of those things was rounds. Can you talk about what rounds is and just kind of dive into that a little bit?
Yeah, well, first of all, kudos to Noun 40 for sort of leading the charge to get us all over on Farcaster, because a lot of Nouners have benefited greatly from being over there and being early on the Purple app. So thank you, 40, for that. And also,
some of us were already here, but we just weren't as influential. Like me and Chris Corella were like, we're here.
For sure, but there's something to be said when an entire community comes and like really actively uses the app and the things that can be learned and the growth that can come from that. So yeah, that was great. And then also just like shout out Dan, because many people may not know, but Dan is a Nouner as well, an early Nouner, and so he's always appreciated the Nouns community and often reached out to Nouns to sort of test things. And so we were lucky that Nouns got to be one of the first channels and one of the most active channels early on Warpcast. Another little piece of context that people might not know about Nouns is that like 4 months before this period that we're talking about right now, the founders of Nouns made a sort of a controversial, I guess you could say, decision to shut down the official Nouns Discord. So, the idea of a 2021 NFT project shutting down their Discord, was just blasphemous to most, because they're like, that's where everyone talks, that's where everyone meets. But the founders of Nouns were like, well, if this is really supposed to be like a protocol or a decentralized organization, then there can't be, one place owned by the founders of the project, and they get to decide who's banned, who's not, who's here, who's not, who says what, etc. So they just shut down the Nouns Discord, made it read only, and sort of that predated the sort of exodus to Warpcast, and that's why Nouns are so active on Warpcast, because it's the only place we have to talk to each other. So so there's that. So getting to rounds is an interesting protocol that was developed by Seneca. Seneca is one of the founders of Nouns and one of the hardest working people in Nouns. On top of that, he first developed a protocol called Prop House, which predated Warpcast, and the idea of that was basically, it was like it was like a reverse auction for ideas. So basically there was a site called prop.house where you could post a round and say, I want to give 1 ETH to, 10 people for doing X. And then people would put their proposals in, and there would be a token weighted voting, and then the funds were automatically dispersed. So it was meant to be like a lower friction way for DAOs and organizations and communities to fund their communities without having to go through all the rigmarole of governance on chain. Like you normally would in a DAO. So that's where Prop House came from. When Farcaster really started to blow up, Seneca rightly saw that being able to integrate the social graph with this type of a grants program was pretty OP. And so that's where rounds came from. And the idea of rounds was basically everything that Prop House was doing already, only make it integrated with the social graph on Warpcast. So instead of having to go to a separate site and vote on proposals, you're just liking things in your feed as you would already. And those likes translate into votes, and those votes translate into real currency that people earn just for participating on the network. And so that's really blown up to the point where Seneca and the team decided to actually officially sunset the old Prop House, just so that they could focus all of their time and energy on building rounds into a bigger protocol. And last time I checked, there was tons of different communities using rounds as a kind of semi-permissionless protocol to reward their communities for certain things. So pretty cool.
It's been impressive to see the Farcaster community jump in and really take to rounds, and for things that are completely unrelated to nouns. That's the other part of it. Like, I think it's very cool that we're not seeing just nounish communities do this, but other communities as well. By the way, we have a purple hour coming up later today at 4:30, and Purple Hour will be talking about the current round in /purple. So if you want to see all the rounds that are happening within Warpcast, you can go to rounds.wtf and discover everything that's going on right now. And there's a ton of them happening in all these different channels. So, and if you have a channel and you want to run a round, you can go to rounds.wtf and set that up, or reach out to Seneca if you need some assistance. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let me check where we are on the auction, because I want to keep, got to keep up on the time here. Got about 10 minutes left on this auction. Let's talk about yellow. So what is yellow? Because I have gotten that question multiple times. So what is Yellow Collective, and how did that come about?
Sure. So as I talked about a little bit ago, we did found the Noun Square just over 2 years ago, which was essentially the idea of the Noun Square was to do this daily space as a touch point, a cultural touch point for the nouns community, and then also to create all this additional content that's educational about on-chain life, about nouns and nouns adjacent communities like Base, like the Superchain, like Farcaster, etc. So we've got a robust, YouTube and Spotify stream, and a Zora account at zora.co/basedinYellow.eth, and all of that content was kind of what we founded the Noun Square to do. But from early on, we also had this other sort of priority aside from creating media, which was helping artists to get, paid for their art, and also to get eyeballs on art from around the Nouniverse. So we ran these contests, these art contests that were themed around the Daily Noun and other nounish things, and we just built this community mostly on X, formerly Twitter. And we always had this vision of like maybe being able to spin out the artist-focused empowerment side of things into its own DAO-like organization, into its own flywheel. And so that's where the Yellow Collective came into being. After basically a year of planning, we launched in January of this year on Base. The idea was for it to be a fork of nouns on Base, but with all of the art being drawn by the community and all of the noggles being, this distinctive yellow, so you'd know that they were yellow. And the mission of yellow, unlike with nouns, where the mission can be a lot broader and dip its toes into lots of different sectors and industries, yellow is more focused on just helping and empowering artists and creators on chain. So that's what we do, and you can check out our daily auction at yellowcollective.xyz. Same as nouns, one yellow collective noun every day forever. And we basically hang out on Warpcast only for the most part. We are in the /yellow channel, and we're pretty friendly. So come chat. Yeah, come hang out.
And there's also an auction frame that you'll see pop up that will show the Yellow Collective auction, which I cannot find right now, by the way. Congratulations on the new baby.
Thank you.
Right here it is. I know I had to go back though, because baby, because cute baby. But here's the collective nouns frame where you can, it looks like actually this is no, that's just a screenshot of it, of the most recent one. And the other thing is that I think you've done really, really well with is to, as people win auctions, add them into a group chat on Warpcast. And there's a whole bunch of new folks who are brand new to the nouns ecosystem who have joined over time over this past year. And it's been amazing to see that all happen.
Yeah, we've been really intentional and organic about that growth, and also really serious about saying we are a Farcaster native collective rather than just using Farcaster as one of our tools. We actually we live on Farcaster, so all of our members or a lot of our members are in a single group chat on Warpcast. I think we have like 155 members, and there's only like 160 holders in the entire collective. So basically like 80% of the collective are all in one chat, chatting and collaborating. So it's pretty unique.
Yeah, it's a really cool crew. There's a lot of great builders who've joined Yellow Collective, and pretty amazing. And thank you, by the way, for this lovely shout out to GM Farcaster. So we're getting ready. Noun Square is going to go live in 1 minute on Tavern. Toady has dropped the link to the Tavern in the chat for those of you who can see it. But if you go to alpha.tavern.fm, you should see it there when it goes live, or you can go to the yellow channel on Warpcast and you'll see the event posted there. And you can just click into that event, or actually the Noun Square. I think the Noun Square channel, it's pinned right at the top. So go there, check it out, jump into, yep, I got a yep from Robot Fish Girl. You ready to start there, girl? I think she started. So I'm going to shift over. I'm going to add the, I think we lost Adrian. I think she's having technical difficulties. Her computer gave up. It's like, this has been too many hours. I'm done. So we're going to be streaming from the YouTube, the Noun Square YouTube on here, but I'm going to go jump into Tavern. So we're going to be just have that up. I know you have to run as well.
This is like streamception, you know.
Streaming.
Should I stay on here with you, or do you want me to?
No, I'm gonna actually jump off and jump into Tavern and just leave the Tavern going as soon as I get that situated, and I'm gonna jump in there with you. But any other calls to action, things that are going on that you want to shout out before we have you move over to Tavern?
No, just check us out on the yellow channel over on Warpcast. We're super friendly. We'd love to have more people join, especially artists and creators. You can follow us at the Noun Square as well on pretty much any platform. And we also have a podcast, Zero Pod, which a lot of people enjoy. And you can check out all of our past episodes of Zero Pod at zeropod.xyz. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's been great having you here.
Congrats.
And thank you.
1 year is awesome.
It's crazy. So for the 1 year anniversary of the Noun Square, there was a 24-hour space, which is how I know for a fact that this is a big mistake. But
I warned you. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. But however, we have been mixing in some pre-recorded content, so it's not quite as bad. But imagine if that had been on video, we could have watched certain folks, certain lovely friend of ours who we renamed Naptoshi, actually fall asleep during.
That's right.
It would have been fun.
It would have.
All right, so we're gonna move on over there.
The tavern.
I'll see you in the tavern. I'll be over there in just a minute, and in the meantime,
this is actually this is a pint of beer, a pint of Nounish.
Is it really? Mine's just water right now. But I also have my second mug, also still water, with my little Nounish cup. So soon coming.
All right.
I promise, to a little shop very soon. So I'm just going to set up and get this rolling properly, and then I'm going to jump in there. So we're going to get this launched.
See you on chain.
See you in a minute. It starts.
Bye.
And just, hey, chat, let me know if you're hearing this. Let me make sure that the sound's going okay. You can have it all tonight. Sit back, see it from a clear view. Fuck that, they don't gotta tell you just how you're gonna live your life. I'm not sure the sound's coming, so let me reset it. Yep. Okay, it is doing audio. I just want to make sure. All right, I'm going to be in the tavern. You'll be watching this full, and I'll be in there, so you will hear me, and you'll get to see this playing out.
Upstate to show 'em what's fine. I know my friend down south. She call me around. She wanna ride. I got too much on my plate, and I go to find. I got a whole lot to say, a lot on my mind. I got my homie on the way. So it's time we gotta ride.
GM. Welcome back to Noun O'Clock live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for Noun 1245. This beautiful calculator we got yesterday, exactly 1 day too late. That's okay. Sometimes it does be that way. If you want to join along and watch this with us, nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf, they'll both take it to the same place. While you're at it, you can also pick up Nomo now, number 1245. This safety hair we got yesterday for just 0.00069 ETH. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which also recently that auction finished up. Congratulations to Riley, Nouns Lunari, for the Nouns FE team picking up that win. If you are on YouTube and Twitter and you would like to join us, there is a link in the description of today's episode that you can click and you'll be able to join us there. Well, we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the timer. So, how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Solid.
Had a
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
this morning, but it was not very much prop related because there's only one active proposal.
There is only one active proposal. And it's not even necessarily active. It's still open for changes.
Yeah. So
Happy to know that Nouns Lunari has taken the yellow auction.
I was bidding on this so that and I was going to give it to her, and then she outbid me. So
I was like, what is she doing?
I was like, I messaged her. I was like, I was going to give that to you, right? She hasn't responded yet. I think she's sleeping. Whatever.
Fair.
Listen, I don't care.
Herself.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I thought she was asleep before I bid. So, well, interesting.
I think I know what's going on there.
That's an interesting noun. A noun bid. If you are on nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf, or if you're watching the stream, because I have it up, you may have noticed that we got another bid. Presumably, this is just to buy time so that he can unmute, but he may actually be looking for a noun toady.
I was just running.
That's pretty
late.
choice.
He's running late.
You sent it to the right contract.
I actually just wanted to try out the frame on Farcaster and try bidding from there. So,
That's amazing. Yeah.
Hell of a way to try out a frame.
I mean, hey, it worked better than the last time you tried bidding in a frame. Ayo!
Here, let me log in.
I lost $9,000. Fine.
We really should. We should do this is neither here nor there, but I really think we should do a prop to have the DAO pay back for that. I feel like that was kind of shitty.
I feel like I should only do that if I'm submitting an actual proposal.
Oh, and just be like a line item, also please give me.
Also,
please give me.
Can you retro fund me for testing a broken front end with my face?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
For all the times that she's given you crap about the capybara, I think it's fair.
Yeah, you can do it. You're allowed.
The only one who's really gotten under my skin is Prof and her POAP thing, and that's kind of fallen away for us, so I'm okay.
Wait, what did she do?
Oh, just when she was flexing how she hadn't updated her app.
Refusing to update.
Didn't have to go through the bubble game.
So I'll let you know what I thought I would try to do here. I don't know. This is a really nice noun, and I felt kind of bad because Grandma Joe yesterday in yellow was talking about putting up a Canada proposal, and I was trying to be kind and can you hear me?
No, yeah, Nekofar just outbid.
Nekofar wants it. All right. Yeah, and I was thinking, oh shoot, I feel like I dissuaded him from going through with the swap proposal, which wasn't my intention. I just wanted him to know that some people might look at today's noun and be like, what was wrong with that one? Why didn't you grab that one? And was just trying to get him ready for that potential, feedback. But then he was kind of like, never mind, I won't swap. I'll just keep the sandcastle, and I feel like it was my fault. So I was gonna.
He was getting a lot of compliments in Nounsel. He hopped in there last night and just to say hi. And
I mean, it's a nice. It is a nice.
It's a beautiful sandcastle.
Yeah, maybe he just changed his mind. Maybe he likes it. It is in vault.grandmajoe.eth. So that does,
I saw he moved it to his vault right away.
That does seem to intimate that maybe he did want it, but well,
I mean, sometimes you never know what noun you're gonna love until you get it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be looking for a blue whale noun the entire time until Haps made the board noun that had the pufferfish.
I think like 2 days before I got the tornado, I put out a post that's like, I'm looking for a gnome or a lint ball, and then
you
landed on the
never know
tornado.
what's going to speak to you. I can't really relate. I just always knew I was going to be a frog. But I mean, yeah, I grew up like when you asked me as a kid what I wanted to be when I grew up. It wasn't fireman. It was just cartoon frog. I knew way back then.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, this explains a lot.
Yeah. And
you were sitting there on your couch Saturday morning, and then all of a sudden it was that day, and you remember it clearly. You just saw, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal," and you were immediately like that.
Me. Yeah, I was
thinking more of Mr. Big Head from Rocko's Modern Life.
That might be a bit too young.
I do think that might be a bit too young.
Well, it does look like we got 2 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock. 2.6 is the bid. You know, maybe we'll let Grandma Joe stay with the sandcastle. He seems to like it. The fact that he put it in the vault means to me that he's come around on it. So
it's a beautiful sandcastle.
It is. I was gonna be sad to see it go into the treasury, but I'm sure someone else would have tried to rescue it anyway. But regardless, yeah, cool to see people from within the Nouns community bidding on the Daily Noun. We've got necofar.eth currently out in front. If you don't know Necofar, he's very involved in little nouns, so you would know him if you were involved over in that community. So interesting to see. I think he has a lot of little nouns. I heard he has a lot of little nouns that he bought when
a little bit of little nouns.
Just a little bit of little nouns. A little stash of
little. Sorry.
But now he's thinking about having some bigger noun, looks like. So we shall see if that is the case. We got a lot of things to talk about today too. If you're just joining us either here on Tavern or over on X Live or YouTube Live, we did put out a cast just a little bit ago and an X post, is that what we call it? Going over some things we want to talk about today, but we've got we want to chat about CryptoPunk Ape going for 10 ETH. If you guys saw that, I think that was Brett that picked that up. So congratulations.
I think so. Somebody posted it and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
No,
I read into it.
That wasn't you that bought the actual punk.
Yeah, I know. It was me.
Yeah, it was you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna list it for 690 ETH, right? Is that the idea?
Yes. I'm just waiting to retire.
We've got first batch of Nounstown LA tickets on sale. We've got Shark Pickle Cone news. We've got Bitcoin on base news. Verbs and 4156 talking about the Duna. We've got Restless toading around again. We've got some news about Opepin and also a new prop back from David Horvath. So all that and more coming up on this episode of 9 o'clock live. Don't touch that dial. Do people still have dials? I don't know.
I don't think people have dials if they're listening to Tavern or on YouTube. No, but you know,
maybe if you picked up the new iPhone.
Oh yeah, that one comes with a dial, right? That's the new update.
Does it really?
Like
you're gonna go
camera,
full circle.
shutter switch.
iPhones, you're gonna have only dialing, only SMS messaging by one of those old dials, like on a phone.
Yeah. And it's T9, so you've got to go through the rotary on.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. We are
time for FOMO.
Congratulations to Mr. Necofar Milad from Lil. You can be little and big at the same time. Nothing precludes you from doing so. So congratulations to Milad on that one. It's a beautiful calculator, I gotta say. I love how it just says hello noun. Like it's David Horvath posted yesterday about how like basically this is the best possible.
Oh, look at that frog.
Look at that frog. It wasn't a little frog looking for a noun. Why are we not getting this?
Are you kidding? Come on.
2 to 2.
2 to 2.
2 to 2. Lil Frog was looking for a noun. That would have been perfect.
That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention, and now I'll never get to see it because it won't show up in Nomo right
Cody
now.
voted
Yeah,
down
but
on
you
it.
know where it will show
No
up?
Oh,
more
I didn't
frogs.
see it. I didn't
No
see
more
it.
frogs.
Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh, this is a very nice island.
You know where it will show up,
But
Toady?
it's not on the list.
I know.
Because it
You
is
got
going to
it.
show up somewhere.
But it's good.
Funny robots.
Ah, it is very
Oh,
nice. And it is.
A
Hey,
burger.
this is Robot Fish Girl on vacation. She's Robot Island
That's
Girl.
Robot Island Girl is just me. I'm from Hawaii. Like,
Robot Island Girl.
I want to go back to my little grass
I
shack.
think I
in
figured out
Calico,
what's going
Hawaii.
on.
Anyway,
We're
it's Nomo
watching
time.
an old one.
So if you're not there
instead
already,
of the current.
nounclock.live or
So we're gonna fix
nomo.wtf.
that.
That's nomo.wtf.
So 1 second. Okay, there we go. Why isn't this working? I see, it's not going through. Okay, so I see what's happened. It actually died, and that's why we're no longer seeing it. So we're going to see if we can get Tavern to work. So at least you can be hearing that. Yeah. It would be gone. So I'm trying to get back to at least the Tavern, and I can't find it right now. Yeah, it's dead. All right, so what I'm going to do is just share with you Nomo nouns and what they're looking at right now. All right, let's do that. So this is what's going on right now. We have the noun has been selected. Sorry about that. We got a little rugged there because the live stream died and then it went into a different one, and that's why I couldn't figure out what was going on. So now they're going to be playing Nomo nouns, and you get to click on whichever one you think is cute, and you just click, click, click until until somebody wins. So that's what we're going to be doing now. And so you pick which one you like, try to mint it. And I think we got to see if we can find, I don't know. I think we're going to go for this birthday cake down here for us. So that's what we're going to do. Birthday cake, birthday cake, birthday cake, birthday cake, birthday cake, birthday cake, birthday cake. That's okay. That's okay. I'll take the birthday cake. So yeah, so when RFG died, like the stream on YouTube died, unfortunately. So so I had nothing on the screen. I did not have the proper thing on the screen, and you guys aren't looking through. And I didn't realize it until it was too late. But we've got a lot of people watching, so now I'm just actually showing Nomo nouns to make sure that people can see it. So keep trying for the birthday cake if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it.
I came back, so you're not alone up here.
Appreciate it.
Can't help you with any of this, but
I know you can help with anything. Yeah, because they died. They're still going in Tavern. And now I'm talking on 2 different things, and it's so crazy. It's a little crazy because yeah. Okay, great, and I'll get back into it. But I'm now showing no more nouns on the screen, and then we'll go back to the tavern as soon as that's up. So we're trying to get this birthday cake, and all you do is click on it, and it's actually quite pretty. I think it's going to be the birthday cake. Who doesn't want this birthday cake for us? Amazing. All right, we're going to try and get the actual stream back up. So let me see if it's working now. Hopefully we can do this and then it will be working. Here we go. Oops, not yet. Hold on, we're going to get them back on the screen. So 1 second. Come on.
We do a draw periodically for the Yellow Collective.
Okay,
where we give
hopefully you
away
guys are hearing them
tokens
now,
to the
and
Yellow
I'm gonna go
Collective,
quiet and
to
go
people who
back
minted
into
Nomos in the previous
Tavern.
couple of weeks. So another draw is
So I'm removing
in.
myself.
Happy but happy, Food Masku, and a couple others have won their way into the collective that way. So another little bonus for minting the daily Nomo edition. We also minted together the safety. Oh no, we didn't mint the safety pizza. We got rugged, and what that means is someone from outside the FOMO game decided they liked this pizza, and they just went and did it from the contract. So that's why we didn't get to choose the noun of the day, and it's a pizza, a safety pizza, whether you like it or not. You've got 24 hours to bid on that if you do. Where are we at with the Yellow Collective auction? We were so tied up on
It ended
FOMO.
about 10 minutes ago, and somebody already settled. But it's gorgeous.
Well, there we go. So we had a radio collective now, number 308. Prof, I don't know if you can go to yellowcollective.xyz.
It's up on the stream, on the screen.
Awesome.
So
So
if she streams the stream, then she can stream it on the stream.
She's not streaming the stream because you killed the stream with your
I
computers.
didn't kill the stream. My computer killed the stream.
Having 16.
She's streaming the stream again. It's all good. We're back.
Well,
right.
if you're streaming the stream, Collective Noun number 308 is a beautiful retro radio. So,
and it was bought by
congratulations to Amir Karimi. I pronounced that wrong.
Amir Karimi, I'm not sure. Amir Karimi, I don't know them from Warpcast, but we'll try to track them down and get them into our Yellow Collective Cabal, which is a group that has about 130 holders of Yellow, and we have a lot of fun in there. So congratulations to Collective Noun 308 auction winner, and the auction has already settled, and it is a Zora Zorb. So if you are a Zora fan, we've already got another bid actually from Amir, so I guess he likes the Yellow Collectives this week, and he's going after this Zorb. If you want to outbid him, you're going to have to make a bid of more than 0.01 ETH at this point. 24-hour auction on the clock. All right. Well, Prof, what else is going on with your 24-hour show? Can you give us a little update on what's coming up over the next?
Sure.
You're 6 hours in, so you're 1/4 of the way through your show. Congrats.
Yeah, no, it should be long. It seems like a lot longer. So this is streaming now. Just to let you know, we got about 256 folks who are watching this on YouTube, Twitter, and on Lonely, and a few people chatting on Lonely. So after the Noun Square at 2:40, so we're going to have to jump off shortly, we have a replay of episode 54, which was with Jesse Pollock back in January 30th of this year. And I say that very specifically because it was a few days after Frames launched on Farcaster. So it was a really kind of fun time and sort of the moment when base really exploded on Farcaster, right before that happened. And then right after that, at 3:30, we're going to have a group of base builders chatting with us about sort of that intersection of base and Farcaster.
I'm just kidding.
time we have you on for poker. So we have after that we have Purple Hour, which is going to be all about Purple DAO, and we're going to be with Chris Corella and Emery, and we'll also be talking about their round that's currently happening in the /Purple channel. And then we have an interview with Adrian and I that was done by Dewufi, who does Vibe Check. And so we have a Vibe Check with Dewufi happening at 5:30. At 6:30, we have a compilation, or actually a little before that, a compilation of Here for the Art. And that's going to be our collection that we've done with 5 different artists on Farcaster who've done pieces for us. And I have highlights from each of the podcasts that we did with them. And that's Max Jackson, Chris Corella, Chris co-created, Brian Morris, and Renee Campbell. And then we roll into poker. So we're going to have a little poker night with Burberry, who does their own poker club on Farcaster, and is actually a professional poker player.
He was on our show yesterday, actually.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know that. I missed her. And then Toadie's going to be there, Sparks, Alina, Sheep Banks, Evan, Coab. There's a few other folks who are going to join us, and maybe Head. So we're going to play some poker. We're going to chat about community building on Farcaster, and we have a few prizes lined up by a few different folks, including Yellow, who's going to be dropping a couple things to some winners. After that, we're going to do we have Samantha from Humankind Candles, and she's going to be doing some candle making live on stream, and also doing a little anime art. So it's going to be a little more wind down. And then at 10:30, we're going to be here on Tavern for a little late night Tavern Gab Fest, just to kind of chill. And then after that, rolling into like 12:30 a.m. Eastern hour and beyond, we're going to have some pre-recorded and replay of some of the other content that we did today. So then we'll be back on at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning to wrap up.
Allowed like 2 hours off in the middle of the night as like a community night, like open mic. Like anybody could have just come, just give the address for the
Tavern.
Let anybody say anything.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That really, yeah, I see no way in which that could possibly end poorly. Honestly, if there's one thing you can trust, it's strangers on the internet.
In today's news, GM Farcaster loses all of their stuff.
In today's news, GM Farcaster banned from every platform. Even the ones that were previously thought to not have moderation.
Nice spectacular, buddy. I love that. I'm watching it on the screen.
Oh, the visualizer? Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. We're also, if you missed it, content from this morning will be replaying it, but it's also already available on our YouTube. And look in the live section, and you'll see it there. And we had a great chat with GM this morning at 11:30, and that was fantastic. It's also available on Twitter, so you can grab it there on my account and on the GM Farcaster account on YouTube. And then talk a lot about the channel and the direction it's going with the channel. And then we also had a chat with Snickerdoodle and their State Farcaster report, which just came out today. And that was really interesting. So,
the quick alpha on what you learned?
They're just this week, they decided to take a new priority with channels, and they're going to be doing a lot of development on that over the next couple of weeks to make those more cozy corners, and there'll be some changes that are coming. It seems like it's really pretty positive, but we'll see how it all rolls out. So,
that's cool too. But
State of Farcaster, there was so much cool stuff. The bottom line was that their kind of conclusion is this is a great place if you're trying to, if you want to interact or get early adopters, especially around tech, then Farcaster is where you want to be. And so that was really interesting. But they had a lot of great data it was a ton of responses from surveys as well as looking at on-chain data. And it's really But I'm going to have to jump because our recorded stream is going to start in 1 minute. So if you are listening on the tavern, like if you've been watching us on the tavern, or jump into the tavern or watch on the Noun Square account so you don't miss anything in this report. And also, I've pinned up our minute that's live right now for 24 hours. Actually, I think I have it going for 4 days for our birthday. Our birthday.
Well, congratulations again on 1 year of GM Farcaster, and I'm sorry that you're doing 24-hour stream, but
well, thank you so much.
We have no sympathy. We've done it before, and so have you. You knew what you were getting into.
Absolutely. All right.
just to my idea of allowing